So we've gone ahead and completed this one. We have the coping metal installed on the outside. Condensation line, weeping hole, new Dura blocks all the way out to that gutter out there. Hey, what's going on today, guys? I got a good one for you today. We just had the final walk on the local high school, the how-to flat roof, how-to install. Final inspection by the manufacturer. And I will say, we passed with flying colors. He went and walked all of our detail. He had a pick and was picking at a lot of these seams. And it turns out we did a really good job on this one. Everything came out tight. All the boots came out perfect and beautiful. All the curbs came out really tight, diverting a lot of water away from these curbs on these back sides with the crickets. We've gone ahead, part of our scope was to replace a lot of these Duro blocks, which we've gone ahead and done that according to specs every 6 to 8 feet. They've gone ahead and done all of the detail around the field wrap. Like I was saying, you do the field wrap, you put a stainless steel clamp, and then you go ahead and seal that to the moon. And then also, it's kind of the same detail with these bigger boxes, about a 10-inch, 12-inch field wrap pipe. This one involves a lot of detail, so you got to make sure that you're always getting that into the bid there. You know, this one was just a nice one for the guys. It wasn't, you know, detail every 3 feet where you're on your belly trying to flip around and do something crazy. Like I said, a lot of these boxes just came out really well. Here goes the exposed fasteners on that counter flashing for the units. See how we seal the corners of our miters. Rubber washers, neoprene rubber washers, counter flashing. A lot of these exhaust vents always come with an electrical pipe for their detail. Usually with an AC unit, you get about 3 pipes, but you know, this one has gas and it's got a lot of electrical, I feel. That may not be necessary, like this pipe leads to just a box up on the roof. This is my little section right here that I had done that day. I'm still kind of editing the first person. I had my Ray-Ban sunglasses on most of the day that I was out there. Looks like not these were my boxes as well. They gave me the okay. They gave me the okay, bud. This is the one that gave me a little bit of trouble right here. I ended up having to double weld this one on here with this one coming down and giving this a good counter on top of that boy right there. I think it turned out really well. Went ahead and got these boxes on. We had to reseal the vent pipe around there. We got all the cables attached on. I don't know if you remember the detail, but water block behind these bolts before we set them. And then also we used the jack to get that lifted up. That way we can put single ply all the way on top. And then we went ahead and water blocked all bolts and cinched that one on back down. You know, the wall details came out really good, really tight, really flush. Really like that. The coping metal came out really well. Went ahead and really dapped up and really got the caulk in there. You know, there's no miter holes anymore like there were before. So that's kind of what we did with the exposed fasteners this time around. The holes, we reused a lot of this coping metal. I think all of the coping metal. So we just went through and shot in like an oversized neoprene washing screw into the area to get that to fasten down into the counter flashing. You know, they did a really good job with these joints and these seals. We like to use a Trimco product, Volcom. just hardens like steel after a while. It's actually flexible as well. I think there's a little bit of thermo movement. A lot of these boxes are just, man, they look so good. We were getting a lot of compliments from the manufacturer. Everything's looking really good up here. Again, I guess I spoke of maybe getting them on some maintenance, but you know, pine needles this much, not too bad. I think there were like 70 of these vents. So these are all custom made by Flashco, cut to order, as you can see. It's got the mesh screen to keep out all the little critters and bugs and stuff like that. And they went ahead and bent it out of clad metal here up. And then they go ahead and put a clad metal. These are actually manufacturer's T-patches. And then they went ahead and just, you know, seamed it on for us so we can slap it in, pull it back, screw it on, and then we get to weld these seams. Manufacturer specs is 2-inch welded seam. See, these walls turned out really well. You know, these crickets aren't doing too bad. I know there's a little bit of moisture this morning, considering how cold it was. So it looks like it's not holding too much water. Otherwise, this is what a completed PVC roof by Trimco will look like after it's been inspected. This thing's gonna hold up to the rains for the next 20 years or so, according to the NDL, which I think most Trimco products can definitely last that long with the proper installation. Went ahead and did the walk pads per the specs. These are where the old layouts were. Usually do walk pad on the working sides of these units. So working side of this unit is going to be the back side right here. This is where they'll open up this panel, open that up, do their work right there. You know, guys, stay tuned this summer. We're doing another local high school, elementary school, and I got a lot of good film of that one, of them installing, tearing off, just overall, just, you know, what we're doing out here, giving you a snapshot on commercial roofing. You know, if you're looking to get into it, or if you're just looking to work, you know, this is kind of what you got to expect. Kind of, this one I believe was a complete tear off, so we tore all of it off down to the wood deck, changed out some wood. In one of the videos, the dry rot was actually right here in this area that was rotting away the cricket along with the wood deck, so we got the cricket out of the way, and then we replaced that wood, got that down, got the cricket installed as well. There's not too much else I can show you on this roof that you haven't already seen, but one thing that I did want to show you is the detail. I explained at the very beginning on how they would do this transition, since this came out to be more of like a drip edge rather than you know, an actual coping type metal. So they went ahead and exposed, fastened the edge metal back down along with the counter metal. I don't know if you remember, this counter flashing was about 8 inches or so, but about 4 sticking out, meaning I got 4 sticking in. So they ran it off the coping metal, and you can still see that the old installer's peel and stick is still able to drape out, which would probably happen for the duration of the life of this roof. So there's probably going to be more coming and draping down. Again, they did a really good job. So that's pretty much it on flat roofing. We just had the final inspection. We passed. It's time to get paid. Turn in all payroll, turn in material lists, cross your T's, dot your I's, get everything signed off for the school district so they can have a completed, warranted roof. And then you just jump onto the next project and just stay ahead of everything and make sure that you're doing an excellent job and just staying consistent with everything you're doing. And unfortunately, with roofing and bidding, there's almost no days off. If you're not looking at a roof, you better be. So again, another successful roof installed by Clark Roofing Inc. out here in Sacramento, California. It's one of those things we do. Being a small family business, just fucking get shit done. Hey, so thank you for spending the time with me in the last few weeks, learning on how to tear off, how to install a PVC TPA system by Trimco. This was a 60 mil with just a half-inch cover board for the fire rating. This will be a 20-year roof. Just get this local high school's gymnasium going for them for, you know, the foreseeable future. And this is what we like to do. This is what we love to do. Get out here and install a great product and install, you know, great craftsmanship. Make sure that everything's covered. And it's just really nice to be able to come out here and do a really good job for not only the school district, but to kind of show you guys an overall snapshot on commercial roofing. Stay tuned for the next one. I do have 2 more elementary schools coming up here in Sacramento. We have a shingle project up in Auburn. We just landed the local small fire station right down the street from the shop, a little 50 square flat roof that's going to be going. They're going to be repurposing that fire station actually for more of a local ambulance run. And I heard that there potentially could be a few doctors in line there as well. We also have the National Guard Armory Station for the torch down work. Be sure to get that one this summer. And you know, there's not too much I can say besides consider liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell to stay up to date.